What's going on, guys? Ben here, Play.net, and today we're taking a look at the Cooler Master Nepton 240M. Now this is one of their newest 240mm all-in-one CPU liquid coolers out on the market there. It features a pure copper water block microchannel technology, and it's of course factory filled and sealed, so there's no maintenance or anything. You just put it on your CPU and you're good to go. Now, in a very crowded market, it'll be interesting to see how Cooler Master's new 240M stands out. So before we get on with the testing, let's take a closer look. Taking a look at the box, starting with the front, we can see it has a black background with a nice image of the 240M right in the middle. To the top left, we of course have the Cooler Master logo, and then down across the bottom we of course have the Nepton 240M model name and a few features that it has, such as its extreme cooling performance. It's a 240mm radiator, and it includes the Silencio FP 120mm PWM fans. It has a 2x surface area and is maintenance free. Moving around the box, one side gives us a full specifications list so we can go ahead and check the dimensions, fan speeds, airflow, air pressure, and all that type of stuff to make sure that this is not only compatible with the case or chassis and build we want to put it in, but to make sure it's going to reach our expectations and not let us down. On to the back of the box, there is a small performance test giving some results of the cooler. There is also a small features list in 8 different languages, and towards the bottom right we can see some of the images where they've gone ahead and measured up the cooler so you can kind of get a better idea of how big each individual area is. Opening the box, we can see that everything is nicely protected inside plastic bags. We can also see the cardboard that encases the Nepton 240M is nicely designed and grooved to fit it in there, so it's not going to rattle around or shake during transit, and hopefully it should not get any scratches or anything else on it. Cooler Master have decided to go with a double backplate for their 240M cooler. This simply just means that the Intel and AMD will share the same backplate, though they do both have their own retention clips. Cooler Master have also gone out of their way and included a number of screws and brackets and of course thermal grease, so we can go ahead and get the 240M installed on most CPU sockets. As far as other accessories go in the box, there is a fan splitter, so we'll only need one motherboard header to connect both of the fans, and there's also an anti-vibration rubber pad that should come in handy. As mentioned, the Nepton 240M is a 240mm radiator, and as such it comes with two 120mm Silencio PWM fans to help get that airflow going and make sure our CPU stays nice and cool. While the Nepton 240M is designated as a 240mm radiator, it is actually 274mm long and 27mm thick. It features a rigid tubing that connects to the pump and the pure copper water block down on the bottom that we'll put on top of our CPU. Looking at the design of the radiator pump and fans, everything is pure black, which should help it fit in with most builds. As mentioned, the tubing connecting the radiator to the pump is a bit ridged, and while it may not be everybody's favorite, it is not really that big of a deal. There are two rather important points to notice on the radiator itself. One is there seems to be a fill port that has a warranty void if removed sticker. There is another warranty void if removed sticker right here on the cable that is going to connect the pump to the motherboard and allow it to power up and do what it's supposed to. Now, this white sticker is going to stick out like a sore thumb in most builds. And what happens if you're in a tight area trying to plug it in because you forgot to do it before you got the pump installed and you accidentally rip it and it falls off? Is Cooler Master really not going to validate your warranty because of a little sticker that really has no justification being there? It slides up and down with ease. Well, not with ease all the time, but as you can see, you can definitely move it to stick it out of the way. but it serves no real purpose. It's not blocking anything. It's just wrapped around the PWM cable. So what is the real purpose of it? Well, I don't know, and personally, I hope we don't have to find out, but that is definitely something you will want to consider if purchasing this, is you may want to actually contact your local Cooler Master rep and see if you really cannot remove that sticker, because I, for one, am not a big fan of it. At the end of the day, the Cooler Master Nepton 240M looks like a nice cooler. It is all black, and while it does have a couple of warranty stickers that I could do without, hopefully its performance will match its looks and everything will still be good. But to find out if this is a worthy purchase or not, you'll have to check back in the future on player.net for the full review. As always, thank you guys for watching, and please stay tuned for more content in the future.